Hi everyone, I'm Lydia. I want to tell you a story about when I was driving home from getting groceries with my brothers. Okay, but keep this minor detail in mind. Both of my brothers, they are younger, 15 and 16. They are 6 foot 2 inches tall. So yeah, they're pretty tall for 50, 60-year-olds. Okay, so we're coming back from getting groceries from Walmart. It's about 8 p.m. in a winter evening, so it's kind of dark. As we're driving home, I get pulled over by the police, and they asked me for my ID and where I was headed. I told them, officer, as you can see, I have my brothers in the car. Our trunk is full with grocery bags because we just came from Walmart from buying groceries, and we are heading home. And he asks me, so why are you over here? I said, officer, you might have misunderstood me. I said I'm heading home because I live over here. Apparently he did not believe me. And that is what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about racial profiling. Racial profiling is the fact that people see the color of my skin, but not the real me. They judge me before they get to know me based on how I look and what they think of me or what they already know of people of my type. Racial profiling is really bad because assuming someone did something because of how they look or what you know of their race or what you know of their culture or their people is really bad, because that could lead to the loss of a loved one or an accusation of the wrong person, basically. According to Benke in Racial Profiling Everyday Inequalities, an article written in 2017, 95% of African Americans face racial profiling. That is 31% more than the white community. This was accessed on April 23rd, 2020. For example, according to Derek Taylor of the New York Times, due to our ongoing pandemic, Black men are scared to wear masks to protect themselves and others from the spread of COVID-19 simply because they would be perceived as gangbangers or street rats or hood rats or hoodlums, just things that they associate, names and tags that they associate with the Black community because of just simply how they look and how we present ourselves. This information was accessed on April 25th, 2020. According to Dune's article, Racial Profiling and Persistent Civil Rights Challenge, even in the 21st century, accessed on April 23rd, 2020, Black people are 8 times more likely to be pulled over by the cops. That's not based on anything. It's just facts that Black people, just because of how they look, they're assumed to carry, illegal substances, or they're assumed to be doing illegal activities in their cars just for being Black. Tying racial profiling to, many other things. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, accessed on April 25th, 2020, police officers are 2.5 times more likely to use force on Black people than any other racial community. That's just saying that the Black person doesn't even have to be armed or resisting. They just have to be Black, basically, and they will get pulled over and use force on. Even when they do comply, this still happens. And according to the Society Pages access on April 23rd, 2020, in the year 2015 alone, 153 unarmed Black men, only just the men, were killed by police, which is 21% more than any other race in the world. Well, in America, basically. I'm not saying that this is 20% only. I'm saying that there is a difference between the next runner-up, being the Hispanic community. The Black community is 21% more than what they receive. For example, according to the American Civil Liberties Union accessed on April 23rd, 2020, The Boston population consists of 24.4% Black people. And of that 24.4%, of a whole 100%, 63.3% of the police to civilian encounters are Black people. Meaning, the Black people are not even up to a quarter of that percent of that population, but they have more encounters with law enforcement officers by up to, I say, 63%. Yeah, 63%. That's what they face. Let's look at this angle. Let's take a whole different approach to it. According to the Department of Homeland Security, accessed on April 23rd, 2020, white people are 87% more likely to be involved in crime or acts of violence than the Black community. But yet the Black community are seen as the thugs and street rats just because of how we are perceived. We are forced into a corner of a box and expect to follow the rules even when the odds are never in our favor. Which is why today I want to encourage everyone around us to look in your community and pick out the wrong things and try to make a change. Let's all stand up together and come together as the human race and try to make change. Change that can change someone's life around, and change that could save a life. Now, for my wrap up, I'm going to tell you a story. A continuation of my opening story. Seeing as the cop pulled me over, he had no specific reason to pull me over. He just saw 3 Black teens in a car driving at 8 p.m. at night and decided to pull us over. Luckily, we had nothing illegal on us. I mean, usually we wouldn't. But he just thought, hey, let me pull them over because I can. And he did. He had no reason to. He followed us home, by the way. He watched us unload the groceries into the house, unpack everything. About 5 minutes later,